You know, I was genuinely thinking, maybe we should hold a annual awards of like the waifu of the year, which I thought about doing it like years ago, but I never really came back to do it. But ultimately, now that I think about it, bitch, how do you choose just one? There is so many of a selection that is worth your time, whether it's in games or whether it's in anime. It doesn't really effing matter. There is like a gang of them to a point where just choosing one feels invalid, honestly. So ultimately, I feel like, at least from my standpoint, we should just talk about the ones that stood out to me, that obviously stood out for a lot of people, and while maybe not necessarily came out this year for certain characters, I do genuinely think we should also recognize the ones that is just still prevalent as the year kind of goes by. So that's just genuinely how I feel about this. First off, let's be honest. Gold Ship is just here. Like, let's just be real. Really, anybody from Uma Musume. You can kind of choose anybody from Uma, and you will basically have a good chance of, yeah, that's pretty much the one we're looking for. But if anybody had a cultural impact on the internet the most, it's Gold Ship. She's a wild, erratic horse that doesn't know how to calm the hell down. Yeah, I would say that is pretty much a GG's for you winning a damn award of some kind of recognition. Because let's just keep it very much a stack. No one cared about Uma Musume until they released their game this year. No one gave too much of a shit when it come down to it until that bitch went global. And then when everybody started seeing how crazy the game actually was, which granted, I knew it was already out there, I knew it was a thing, but I didn't realize how much of a craze it was and how wild it actually turned out to be, honestly. And I had no clue who Gold Ship was until this damn year, so to keep it very much a stack, yeah, I understand it now. I get the hype and I get the craze, right? Granted, you also have Tachyon when it comes down to it too. She also looked mad wild as well, and there's quite a few others, but ultimately Gold Ship carries the gold standard, funny enough, when it comes down to it. Whether it's the fact that she's kicking the shit out of you as her trainer slash manager type of person, whether it is the fact that, you know, you have her, I guess, running obstacle courses in real life, I suppose, or whether it's the fact that you have the entire Uma Musume fandom basically become NFL Broncos fans because they also deemed a horse is worthy of their mascot. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, but Uma Musume fans are just on a whole different level. Like, I haven't seen this much of craze over horses since MLP way back when Twilight Sparkle was still a thing. So ultimately, yeah, this is a very wild time to kind of live through. But ultimately, Gold Ship is the damn gold standard when it comes down to it. And also, Gold Ship is about fine as hell. Would you want to have that for some bedroom action? Would you want that in the bed with that crazy ass horse? Probably gonna get stomped on in 5 different places, but honestly, I still think it's honestly worth it. Next up on the list, high key, I'm gonna say it's Frieren. I feel like she persevered the most. If we have one that has lasted throughout the years recently, it would be her. Because there is still people talking about Frieren. There is still people very hyped up and excited for said character when it comes down to it. And I don't really blame people for that, just solely because, yeah, she got it. She does have it like that, right? Like, she is definitely having a body of Stevie that is worth a damn. Now, funny enough, as much as I have not seen the anime of Frieren, and as much as I have seen the fan art of the character and even have a damn figurine of her now, when it comes down to it though, again, the craze of her is still there. So ultimately, I would still have to give her some type of award of recognition when it comes down to it too, just because she's been around for a good while. There's also like some ones that I would just blast through real quick too, that I guess we could mention real quick. Like the chicks from Brewery Rocks, don't know anything about the show, but you just know that the one with the jeans got a fat ass for some reason. Then you have like Chainsaw Man, now that I think about it, because Rize, with her kind of just doing whatever and just a whole bunch of stuff I've seen on that damn character, honestly. I want to say Nayuta as well, too. Like, if we can add another character, I would say that, too. Anybody from Togen Anki, like, literally pick one. Literally pick a character, and you pretty much got somebody that's worth a damn award. You also had that one chick, and now I'm just starting to get into shows that I don't even know the names of, or characters I don't know the names of, but that one chick that was, like, punching the shit out of people, that was like an aristocrat or like a rich woman that just boxed people for some reason because, like, I guess she was like getting cheated on or getting disrespected or some shit like that. Then you have like I wanna say the main girl of Sonata. I wanna say that's a girl. I think. I think I've heard it. I'm not sure. If it ain't, then I guess that's Husbando of the year, I guess. But when it comes down to it though, I guess that one too. I can't even think if there was any meme characters this year that was new, that was introduced this year. I can't think of any. I don't even think McDonald's had anybody to come out new as an OC or anything like that, right? The only character I guess that we could kind of include, I guess, is Saba, but that's literally about it. But that's, as far as I'm aware, that's like the only one I can think of. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the only one. Now, in terms of games, we have quite a few. Now, to keep it very much a stack though, for me, and this is my damn list, I'm only gonna keep it to gacha. Just because it is the most game I have played this entire damn year, because I didn't buy anything new, and really didn't, you know, get anything, so that's just kind of how it is. And I won't really include games of the past, because ultimately, while I do like a new character like Ivy now in Soul Calibur, because oh my gosh, I now understand her lore, I'm not gonna really put her into this list. Now, in terms of how we're gonna go about Wuthering Waves, and you know, especially since they just only came out console this year, I think we should only go from Renacida. Like, because granted, I could easily say Jinshi, I could easily say Shorekeeper, but let's keep it from the new regions, right? So easily, I think there's a lot of choices that you can have here, right? I think Lupa is like probably the one I would say the most I would care for. I would say that's probably the one I care for the most when it comes down to like a new region or like something new. But then you have Carter Thea, that's also like a really valid pick when it comes down to it. Then you also have Buling that just released not too damn long ago, who I very much enjoy and sounds very hot as hell if I'm gonna be absolutely honest. But then also at the same time with this new region of Laharai, Rai, whatever. Essentially you got the damn like professor or doctor or whatever, like Monroe. Is that her name? I don't know. I only heard it once before. But when it comes down to it though, she about fine as hell, and it makes me question again the logic of Rover trying to like dip out of like this whole mental game. Like I understand you're trying to beat the lament, but dead ass, there ain't no damn way I'm gonna lose memories of fine shit right here. Like. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? And then we go to, obviously, you know, Zenless. There's quite a few options that you have there as too. You have like Alice. You have also Yuzuha. You have, like, again, Yishuan. You have, you know, literally tonight and tomorrow that's coming out with Miss Zhao. And, you know, you also have Shangguang, I think that's the name. There's too many different Guangs out here, I won't lie. But essentially, you have quite a few options here too. And really, I would say this comes down to between Alice and Jufufu, if I want to keep it very much stacked. One who has just straight up the most dumpiest of cheeks, and then another one that just like straight up just tits. I don't know who we would land on here, but I guess that's kind of the option, or we could choose Dylan. That's like the three for me. That's like the three for me so damn far. But to keep it very much a stack, I think I'm just gonna toss it to Alice. I like both Dailin and Jufufu, but I think Alice should get the reward here, if I'm gonna be absolutely honest. Because as much as I don't care for her asymmetrical having ass, in terms of like of that whole trope that she has, she is fun, and also when it comes down to it, damn sure if I have enough wishes and if I get, you know, Yi Xingguang, I'm going for Alice too. Then Genshin, oh boy, I cannot put Kalabina here. I can't do it solely because she's not playable. I'm doing it solely because of playability, because if it was any other reason, I'm putting her here for sure. She is going to be here because we know so much about her, but her story is incomplete, so I can't put her in here. But there's still other options that we could choose, right? Yehoda is easily an option that we talked about not too long ago. Then we could easily bring up Inefa as well, which not necessarily a bad call either. You got Mawika, Skirk. Oh my gosh, I forgot they came out this year. Oh no. This made this a lot harder now. We kind of suffering here. Again, you have also like Sandrone too, but she's not playable yet as far as we know, so not gonna chuck her in. But when it comes down to it though, that's like the options that we have here. And if I'm gonna be real, I'm going to honestly give this to Skirk. I'm not gonna lie, right? Because I haven't explained this, and I was gonna do this in a top 10 favorite Genshin characters, but honestly, because Columbina isn't out, and then we are now just getting to Alice and Nicole and whatever, I'm not so certain about doing that video just yet. It's kind of like the clapback for Season C that I talked about yesterday, that we ain't doing until the Delusions are out. But when it comes down to it though, I'm not gonna lie, Skirk is like my favorite girl. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it's because she's celestial as shit. She breaks reality half the damn time. There is literally not a bad thing I can really say too much about her when it comes down to it, right? She just is. Skirk is kind of bad though, right? Malwika is like right there too. And then you even have Aressa, and she's also right in that section of the top 10s too, if it were to go down that. But Skirk is my favorite character. It was the Traveler for a long ass time, dude. Like, genuinely. But now that time has kind of passed by, and now that we got a character that is super out there and much different than the rest of the cast, I'm giving that title to Skirk. Of any character that has really got my attention this year, outside of like Columbina and Malwika and Veressa, it's Skirk. For sure it's Skirk. There is nobody else that got my attention that hard than her when it comes down to it. But with all that being said though, we still have the absolute waifu of the year. Who would that be? From what game? From what anime? From what just in general would that be? And crazy enough, or not crazy enough, I'm giving that title to Ikuko from Nukitashi. I'm sorry. You thinking I wasn't gonna mention Nukitashi at all in this listing? You got me messed up. But let's just keep it very much as that. She was a part of something I was never thought we were gonna ever see in anime ever, which was straight up having the main MC clap cheeks forcefully and had their virginity robbed. I have never seen that in a character before, to have the gall and the straight up energy to do that, but Ikuko has done that. And honestly, of all the characters that I've seen this year, of all the characters for many different reasons, she has me at the top of the list when it comes down to the waifu of the year. Just because she broke a rule that isn't supposed to be broken in like these type of shows ever, right? It's not supposed to happen. When a main character is like, I am going to save myself, I am not going to do that. I'd rather get cock blocked 5,000 times over, and the fact that it doesn't work that time, and it happens, kind of crazy. So yes, Iko easily wins waifu of the year for me. It's a crazy ass option. It's a crazy option I wasn't even considering, before I was really thinking about it. But ultimately, yeah, Ikuko wins. I don't really care what anybody has to say. But that's essentially all I got to say for this one. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also follow on socials, and if you're listening to this channel, Kofi and Cash App is available as well. And until then, it's been Boy J, signing off. Have a blessed day.